Welcome to the Two Blokes Chatting radio show on 94.7 The Pulse. Music, interviews, news, and, well, Two Blokes Chatting. Now, here are the two blokes.
'Cause I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man. Across the desert's bare, man. I've breathed the mountain air, man. Of travel I've had my share, man. I've been everywhere. Been to Tullamore, Seymour, Lismore, Mooloolaba, Nambour, Roochdore, Kilmore, Marillaba, Birdsville, Emmaville, Wallaville, Connemara, Connemara, Strathround, Proserpine, Ullagalla, Darwin, Gingin, Lillaquen, Muckdilla, Wallumbilla, Bougainville, Cumberland, Ramachilla. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere, man.
Lucky star, our mate Les Morrison having a warble there. He's been everywhere. We still haven't stumbled over one that he's actually been to in that section of the song that we're going to. But today we're going to a place called Uralla, Rob, and you reckon you don't know where it is. So we are going to introduce Tara Toomey, and Tara is going to tell us where we'll find Uralla in the short term. Tara, good morning to you.
Hello, how are you?
Doing very well. You've got Neil here. The other voice you'll hear is Rob.
Good morning, Tara. Thank you very much for giving up your time. I now know roughly where you are, because I've been to Armidale. I can't recall going to Uralla, though.
Well, if you've been through Armidale to Armidale on the road, you will have gone through Uralla to get to Armidale. We're on the highway.
Yeah, Rob often uses helicopters to get around, so he may not have... No, he doesn't.
I came through the mountains, maybe. I can't remember.
Well, then you would have come through Gloucester, Walker, is another beautiful little
Yes.
town. And then Uralla is at the sort of when the Walker Road joins the New England Highway, and then Armidale is north of Uralla.
Have you got those beautiful mountainous ranges and valleys, and some of it's like, I imagine, Scotland and Ireland would be, that beautiful country, deep green, just lovely place to be.
It is, and look, after this incredible amount of rain, do we need to mention the rain, but it has been just like looking at something out of Ireland or Scotland. It's just so green. And where I am at the moment on the edge of town, it's a place where some old oak trees were planted over 100 years ago, so it really does look like a piece of another country at the moment.
It's funny that it looks like Ireland and Scotland, yet the region's known as New England, but that's okay. So we should also spell, for the Victorians who are listening, Tara, Uralla is spelt U-R-U, and I'll try that again, U-R-A-L-L-A. We had a charity that looked after disabled children many years ago, in fact probably still going, called Uralla in Melbourne. That was Y-O-O-R-A-L-L-A. So if you're looking for it on the map, folks, U-R-A-L-L-A. Tell us a bit about Uralla and what people do and how big it is and all that kind of stuff.
Right, well, there's two Urallas. There's one in New South Wales, which is where we are, and one in the Northern Territory, so both spelled exactly the same. But the Uralla in the New South Wales, where I am, has a township population of around 3,000. We're mostly fine wool country, but we also get some cattle. We have some beautiful food and wine businesses here, and a strong artisan community. Lots of people who make beautiful products that they sell, but also potters and artists who do that as well. So it's a really diverse community. Lots of people who work at the university in Armidale, but at universities all over, I think as remote work has become more popular, we've become a destination for people to move to work remotely in universities around Australia now. And we do actually have the NBN, which has been quite a benefit for us as a community.
I'm noticing as I go around where it's happening in the small town that I live in and others in the region, you touched on it there, that traditionally it's farming area, but because of the new age of communications, people from cities are coming out for a country experience. But I'm loving the fact that the two worlds don't actually collide. They blend very nicely, that the townsfolk who come out to the country embrace what they're coming to because they enjoy it, and the city and the country people are actually embracing the different thought processes in new members of the community. Are you finding that Uralla is blending nicely between the two worlds?
Yeah, I think you've described it perfectly. I find Uralla an incredibly welcoming community. I've just always noticed how some of the shopkeepers in town, when they see someone new, they'll say, oh, there's a new face in town, and it was less common. It's now more common, but we all still feel really excited to meet new people and hear what their story in life is. And I think that's where our community is a beautiful, welcoming one to come to, and I do think it's why a lot of people do come. I know that the movement, the increase in new traffic is magnified a bit for us at the moment because we are also part of the renewable energy zone that the state government in New South Wales has established. And so we have solar farms and things going up around us. So we've got people from lots of different walks of life coming to Uralla to be here either permanently or at least for sort of 5 to 10 years possibly.
And then wanting to get involved in community organisations like Lions or the Sporting Club or the CWA, they bring a fresh new flavour to it. And if the locals are not overly protective of their own world and embrace the change, which I'm seeing, and it sounds like you are, it just makes for a much better community.
It does. No, I feel everyone here is really open and very welcoming, and we have a great golf course. You know, everyone says, come play, have a round of golf, or, you know, go to the bowling club. We're really fortunate in the facilities that the community's had for a very long time that are now getting even more use, and that helps sustain the life of that community. So I think everyone sees that and appreciates it.
One of the great things about Geelong's golf courses at the moment is you can incorporate a bit of sailing into it as well. One of the other things, Tara, obviously you and I have spoken before, and I was fascinated by, and there are probably other towns that do this, but I'm really interested in tell Rob and the other listeners about the retail store you run in the main drag of Uralla, which off the top of my head is Bridge Street.
It is, yeah. The Bridge Street is the highway name, of the street name of the highway, and we have a couple of really good blocks of beautiful retail shops, and I've been really, really excited to join it with the Seasons store. We started Seasons of New England 10 years ago next year as an annual expo day, purely for the makers and the creators and all the producers of the New England region. And it's been taking off. And over the last few years, we've been also doing online business with gathering the products together as a sort of retailer. And now we have a physical retail space as well. So it's been really lovely because we have a liquor license. We've got all the non-alcoholic, but we're very inclusive and we're able to include anybody who makes what they say in the region. We've got a place for them from either online or in a centre, in a store, or at the expo annually as well, which is held every year on the last Saturday of March.
Sorry, you've just gone down a hole in terms of your technology there. I don't know whether you stood on one leg or something, have you? Or
no, I'm sorry, I didn't move.
Oh, that's you come back better now.
Better?
Yeah.
I apologise.
No apology needed. You've got the NBN, so it's a shame you don't have a mobile tower. Harsh but fair. Translating for Rob, basically this store is in the main drag and it only stocks stuff that's been made locally. So rather than going to Uralla and having to go to 15 different locations to maybe pick up something that you like, you can go to one single store that only sells stuff that's made locally.
That's about perfect for what we need all around the place. It might be a way of forcing us to be a little bit more aware of supporting local, Tara, I would have thought. So that's a great concept. Well done.
Yeah, thank you. People are really amazed by how much is made locally. And in the New England is bigger than just Uralla, but, you know, we draw from that whole region. But there are there's 150 businesses involved in our expo and growing beyond 50 that have got product into our shop. So, and online. So that's been really satisfying. That sort of grows exponentially all the time.
One of the issues with that concept is it comes at a little bit of a price premium. Is that something that's manageable with people who are wanting to get engaged?
Well, people are surprised, I think. It's not your $2 t-shirt from any major shop. You know, it's quality things. But people, I feel, are looking to buy less rather than consume more, and I think they want to make sure that their dollars are thought for it. And they see a value in supporting their local community, knowing that those dollars aren't going overseas or anywhere else, as staying here in New England, and that our visitor dollars they're really critical for our communities. And so that really helps enormously. I don't feel I get feedback that is strong about that. People appreciate the quality that's there more than anything. That's really the strong feedback I get. I don't think the pricing is, we try and be really consistent with what we think would be reasonable for a product in any other, quality food store or whatever it might be. So we're really mindful of the marketplace overall when we price things and work with businesses to get that pricing right, because it is very difficult for people to value what they do sometimes.
Absolutely. Well, Tara, thank you for being part of Regional Roundup from Uralla today. You're just this side of Armidale as you head up the New England Highway. And if you're in Bridge Street and you see Seasons of New England, go in and say good day to Tara and buy some stuff.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's lovely to talk to you.